welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into something that honestly probably keeps a lot of you agency owners up at night. We're going to break down exactly how digital marketing agencies can take that massive, persistent headache of Shopify maintenance and actually transform it into scalable growth. We'll be looking specifically at white label solutions, focusing on the ViralChilly approach. Because let's be real, if you build Shopify stores, you already know the launch, that's just the beginning. The real challenge is everything that comes after.
So here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the Shopify maintenance headache. Then we'll explore the white label solution, followed by the benefits of outsourcing. After that, we'll do a quick breakdown of in-house versus outsourced. And finally, we'll wrap up with the ViralChilly advantage.
All right, let's jump right into part one, the Shopify maintenance headache.
Building those gorgeous Shopify stores is high-energy, super creative work, right? But maintaining them? Yeah, that's the unglamorous reality. I mean, we have all dreaded seeing this exact email pop up on a Tuesday morning, right, as you're taking your first sip of coffee. Hey, our checkout broke after some app updated overnight. Can you fix this ASAP? Boom! It forces your entire team to drop everything, scramble into firefighting mode, and it completely derails your agency's momentum. And usually, it's for unbilled stress. Now, you might be wondering why these breaks happen so incredibly often. Well, it really comes down to sheer volume. There are over 17,000 apps in the Shopify ecosystem. Now, Shopify itself is a hosted platform, meaning you don't have to worry about server updates, which is great. But the apps, the custom theme code, the third-party integrations, those are constantly evolving. Every single time there's a platform update, it can trigger a huge ripple effect of potential failures across the store. So think about it. If a client is running 15 to 20 apps, that's 15 to 20 potential points of failure every single update cycle. And if these stores are neglected, the consequences get really severe really fast. Research shows a staggering 90% of security breaches stem strictly from unpatched web application vulnerabilities. That's massive. Neglected stores tend to develop problems slowly at first, and then all at once. An outdated app creates a tiny security gap, and suddenly, the client is blaming you. And we all know the cost of emergency repair absolutely always exceeds the cost of just preventing the issue in the first place.
Which brings us to section 2, the white label solution.
So what does this actually look like? Well, a true white label partner takes over the day-to-day technical upkeep of your client's Shopify stores, but they do it completely invisibly. Your agency still owns the client relationship 100%. You're the one communicating the deliverables, but your partner is the one executing all the heavy lifting in the background. Firms like ViralChilly have really set the gold standard here. The goal is that, to your client, your agency simply looks like an absolute powerhouse with incredibly deep technical bench strength.
And a good, reliable partner doesn't just blindly log in, click update on the dashboard, and cross their fingers. No way. They follow a super strict workflow. First, auditing the current state. Next, testing everything in a staging environment. Then, rolling it out safely to production. And finally, actively monitoring the site post-update. This staging-first approach is absolutely crucial because it ensures things like custom checkout scripts and essential apps never conflict on a live store. That literally saves your clients from losing a full day of sales.
Okay, moving right along to section 3, benefits of outsourcing.
By outsourcing this work, you are fundamentally changing your agency's business model for the better. First off, you turn unpredictable, chaotic support into true monthly recurring revenue. Agencies can package maintenance into care plans, usually ranging anywhere from $300 to $1,500 a month, pay the white label partner a fraction of that, and just pocket the margin. Second, your developers actually get to stop spending 30% of their week on unbilled quick fixes. You restore their capacity literally overnight. You also get instant access to Shopify-specific expertise, proactive updates that catch conflicts before they even happen, and critical 24/7 security monitoring. That means someone is always watching out for malicious apps or brute force logins so you don't have to. Plus, they handle ongoing core web vitals optimization to keep site speeds lightning fast. And honestly, the best part, the whole shebang scales seamlessly across your entire client base.
But here's the real key to actually keeping those clients around: visibility. You see, invisible execution requires visible results. Clients are going to stay on your monthly retainer because they're receiving polished, gorgeous reports covering uptime stats, performance scores, and completed tasks. And all of it is branded with your agency's logo. They read it, they feel completely taken care of. And you didn't even have to write a single word of it. It's a total win-win.
Let's dive into section 4, in-house versus outsourced.
Now the math here is usually what completely changes an agency owner's mind. Let's look at the numbers. A fully loaded, mid-level Shopify developer in-house is going to cost you roughly $95,000 to $125,000 a year. And realistically, they cap out at maintaining maybe 15 to 20 stores before the quality really starts slipping. Now compare that to an outsourced white label model for those exact same 15 to 20 stores, you're looking at an annual cost of $36,000 to $72,000. Plus, it's immediate to implement, it's highly scalable, and the unit economics are just undeniable, especially if your agency is managing under 50 stores.
Which leads us perfectly into Section 5, the ViralChilly advantage.
To successfully pull this whole thing off, you absolutely cannot risk client trust. You need a battle-tested partner who really gets the boundaries and understands the stakes. And that's where ViralChilly comes in. They've built their entire white label operations specifically around solving this exact problem for agencies. We're talking over 13 years of industry experience here. They operate under super strict NDAs and non-solicitation agreements, so your clients are totally safe. They use those rigorous staging first protocols we talked about earlier, they provide the branded monthly reporting under your logo, and they offer flexible retainers that effortlessly scale up as your client count grows. They just know exactly how to operate flawlessly in the background.
It really all boils down to this incredibly simple yet totally powerful philosophy. They handle the technical work, and you handle the strategy and the relationships. By maintaining this strict division of labor, your team gets to focus purely on what actually grows your agency. You know, the fun stuff. New store builds, conversion rate optimization projects, scaling up, all without ever being violently pulled back into the weeds of unbilled maintenance tickets.
Think about it. If your team is spending precious developer hours on maintenance that a specialized partner could be handling way better and significantly cheaper, you are essentially just leaving money and capacity sitting idle. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Are you building an agency to manage endless support tickets, or are you building an agency to actually scale? Letting ViralChilly handle the maintenance might just be the most important strategic decision you make this year. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.